Now the bottle is open, so how do we know if we need to decant it or not, and how we do it?
So first of all, we have to be precise. There is two ways of decanting. In French we will say décanter and carafer, but we don't have this nuance in English. Carafer, so the decanting for young wine, consists at opening the wine, because the wine, you know, is sitting in the bottle for a few years, and it's a bit like you in the morning when you wake up. You need, you know, to take a shower before to be able to talk and to have a clear mind. So the wine is the same thing. When it's young, too young, sometimes it's a bit close, and you need to break the molecule of aromas. And for this, you need to put oxygen into it. Therefore, we decant it, carafe. Then the second way of doing it, it's when the wine it's old already and there's sediment at the bottom, and to take off the sediment from the wine itself, you need to do a proper decanting with the candle and stuff. In Singapore, it is very fancy to decant just for the sake of it, because maybe people think it's more fashionable or they look more knowledgeable, but be careful. We don't decant for fun. Wine can be clearly damaged if we decant it and it doesn't need it. So the truth is in the bottle. The only way to really know if the wine is to be decanted for oxygen or for taking off the sediments, and if it's strong enough to resist to it, is to test it. The truth is always in the bottle. You can know all your appellation by heart, all the characteristics of the vintage. The truth is always in the bottle. So we have tested it. So here we are on the Gros Hermitage, which is an appellation from the northern part of Rhone Valley. It's 100% Syrah, Shiraz. It's the vintage 2012. Without testing it, I can tell you that we will need to decant it, but once again, we have to make sure we are right, so we have to test it.
Okay.
So on the nose, we have this funky smell that is really normal for Syrah of Gros Hermitage. It's the kind of smell that I really like, add a little bit, so it definitely needs some hair. It's a bit close as well. And on the palate, we do have acidity and big, massive structure. This one can definitely take oxygen. We won't damage it, so we can go ahead. So this decanting is for oxygen, breaking the molecule of aromas and opening up this wine is the way we do it at home. It's not the way we do it in a 3-star Michelin restaurant. So casual way of doing it. Decanter, bottle, on the right hand. Then we will make sure that the wine touches this part of the decanter. Since we want to aerate this wine, put some oxygen inside, we can allow some space between the glass and the wine itself. If it would be for taking off the sediment, of course we won't put the bottle that high on the top of the decanter. There is no sediment at all because it's a young vintage. We can see through the glass there is no sediment. Then, do not hesitate when it's a young wine to remove the decanter like this, to aerate it some more. And that's it.
Thank you.